Hey guys, happy Thursday. Welcome back to my page, my videos, my channel. If you are new here, my name is Rachel Hoffman. And if you're not new here, thank you for coming back and clicking on my video. I sure appreciate it. So today we are here with our wonderful Murray, and you guys, he has this cute little reindeer, it's like a hoodie type hood, and it makes him look so funny, but I just love it because it's perfect for Colorado. It's a little knit like hood, and it's like reindeer themed. So I thought you guys would just get a kick out of that for our Thursday morning check-in. Isn't that hysterical? So it is 10 degrees right now in Denver, Colorado. Tons and tons and tons of, not tons, but a decent amount of snow, and it's just been crazy lately. But you know, it's Colorado. I love it. I don't mind. It's a lot of fun. Murray, he bundles up. He has just like a little patch outside that he'll just go real quick and then just come right back in, and or he'll be a naughty little man and go inside too. So we're trying to work with him on that, because if he doesn't get outside right away, then he has a little issues. But anyway, good morning. We are here on Thursday morning for our weekly check-in to say hello and get together and chat a little bit. So I'm going to put the Mur down. I just took off his little hood. I just thought you guys would have fun with that and get a kick out of that. So I'm going to put him down, and then we're going to talk dolls. We're going to talk life. We're going to talk all kinds of things. So I hope you like it, and I hope that Sandy Mur is so funny. You guys, he is so funny. I think he is hysterical. So welcome back. I hope you guys have had a great week. It is always so wonderful to check in with you and to have this time in our week where we can just have these conversations, see what's going on, and check in with each other and just have this time. So I really appreciate it, and it's so much fun. Good morning. Hey, everybody that's tuning in. It's so fun to see you. So it's been a great week. Yesterday I worked from home. I work from home almost every Wednesday, and it's one of my favorite days of different things, and enjoy just some downtime to really just think about things and get a lot of stuff done. So I'm turning the light down a little bit because I have a special guest here. Good morning, everybody. Hi. So nice to see you. Thank you all for popping on. And when you're on one of my videos on YouTube, and no matter where you see them, if you guys like them, comment, share, that helps tremendously. So thank you so much. So this morning I want to tell you about this special guest that I have here. It's hard to miss her. A lot of you, I've shared a lot of my mother's dolls in the past, a lot of them. I've shared this one before, but not in her own show. And I think it might be fun for our weekly check-ins. Let me know what you think. I think it would be so fun to every week also have like a little show and tell and show a doll. So I don't have very many personal dolls. I really don't. I have some, which I can show, but my mom has some really good ones. And so I think it might be fun, maybe not every time, but most times, to share a doll. And you guys can share a doll too. It'll be like a little Thursday show and tell, because you can post your doll in the comments, and then we can look at each other's dolls. I think show and tell is so much fun. Do you guys remember having show and tell when you were kids in school? It was one of the most fun things for me to just bring in your favorite thing and to share it and to show and tell. We don't even have to have a theme of our show and tell. It's just something you would like to show and tell that's maybe doll or teddy bear or collectible related, or whatever's important to you that week. Anyway, this is a wonderful doll from my mother's collection. I have shared her before, but what I really love is her huge size. This is a big, wonderful paper mache. And this hairstyle is oftentimes referred to as an Apollo top knot, but hers is really wonderful because it is so exaggerated and so just over the top. It's a big hairstyle. She's so wonderful. But let me see if I can just really get in so you guys can see her. She is just amazing. But what is so amazing about this doll is her size. So I am holding her, and I have a typically normal size human face, and look how big she is compared to me. She's just wonderful. So let me back up a little bit and get it so you guys can see. I don't know exactly how tall, probably about 35 inches or so. She's got wonderful undergarments. Let's see if we can show her. Beautiful. Oh. See, she's just so tall. When I hold her up like that, she just nudged the ceiling fan. But look at this wonderful top knot style. She's very early, probably 1850, maybe 1860. That's a circa, so she could be a little bit earlier, a little bit later than that, but that's what I think she is. And I just think she's totally divine. And what I wanted to talk about, though, is I brought her over yesterday in anticipation for our check-in today, and she has been in my dining room, and it is amazing to me. And tell me about the same experience that you've had, where the doll, when people talk about it has a great presence, the doll has such a great presence. She has been in our little dining room on the table, and it's like there's another human being in the room. I almost want to talk to her. It's like she's a person. Her essence and her presence is just absolutely amazing. And so if you guys have dolls like that, let me know. It's my first experience really of where I kept walking past her throughout the day and even this morning, and I was like, damn, what a great doll. So it's just really fun. And so I'm really excited to share her with you. She's just one of my mom's most prized, treasured dolls. She has a leather body and carved wooden arms and legs. The wood starts about right here, and then a wonderful kid leather body, wonderful early dress. But you know what I should have done to make this video just so over the top is done my hair like her. I don't know how I don't know how, but that's on my bucket list one day, is to do my hair like this girl. Now, she is extremely rare because of her hairstyle and all of the wonderful things about her and her great condition. But what makes her extremely rare is her size. But they're not all that big, and they don't all have to be that big. And I'm just going to share real quick 2 more from her personal collection. These are actually the last 2 dolls that my mom purchased. And so they're always going to be sentimental to me because they were the last ones that she had an interest in. She saw them, she wanted them for her own collection, and she took them home. It wasn't that long ago. It was probably, I don't know, I want to say probably a year and 3 months ago. Anyway, and they sit next to the big Mama Jama, and here they are. They're 2 wonderful Apollos with the same hairstyle, not as fancy, not as exaggerated, but again, they're just wonderful. I really love this hairstyle and these type of early paper mache dolls. I think they're just wonderful, and this hairstyle is everything to me. We're gonna have to come up with some paper dolls of these dolls. It's so great. And so I opened that so you guys can see the back of how they're attached. This one is on a leather body. It's the same, it'll be the same body as the big one, basically. That's how it looks, and then it's on a leather body, just like that, with the carved wooden arms, and then the wonderful carved feet. So I have actually, and I didn't plan this, but I do have 2 incredible paper mache dolls on our eBay listings this week. They're not Apollo top knot style, but they are the same time period, and they are really wonderful with the same carved hands and feet. So they're just great dolls to collect. If you don't have a paper mache doll, I recommend getting at least one for your collection, mainly because they have incredible souls to them. They're just so soulful. It's like they know all these things, and it's really wonderful to have dolls that are really early. So paper mache dolls, wooden dolls, A lot of them are from the 1850s, early even 1880s wooden dolls. Some of the early wooden dolls that we've learned about are from like the 17 and 1600s. And, you know, dolls go back to basically the beginning of time with the Venus doll. But I really love having an early doll in a collection. So I really recommend getting them, and you can find you can find them and get them. But when there becomes an opportunity to get, you know, something that would just be like the prize of your collection, something really incredible such as this doll, you're never going to regret it. You might have to pay for it for a while, but you're never going to regret it. Michael Canadas' great aunt, I believe, said, when you buy the best, you only cry once. And it's so true. Anyway, if you have a doll that you'd like to share for our show and tell for our Thursday check-in, post it in the comments. I'd love to see it. If you have a paper mache doll, I'd love to see it. Post her in the comments. So I know a lot of you that might be watching our paper mache collectors, and you guys have a lot of them, and I think that's so cool. So I just think they're really wonderful. So she's gonna stay for the rest of our video. Now, I want to share a couple products that I have been using that maybe you guys are already using that I think you might really like. And they've been making me feel really good because they are a lot better for the environment than products that I had been using before this. So back in the day, I never knew, and I didn't think about really the importance of recycling and reducing plastics and consumer waste and stuff like that. And now it's super important to me. I use reusable everything, Tupperware, water bottles. We recycle everything we recycle and stuff like that. But then I was packing Derek's lunches and I realized I was using Ziplocs every day. And it started to really bug me. And I was thinking, what do I need to do to stop using Ziplocs? I'm going to show you real quick. I found these at Sprouts. You can probably get them at probably anywhere, and you can order them off the internet, but they're called lunch skins, and they are recyclable and sealable paper sandwich bags. So while we're talking about paper mache dolls, I thought we could talk about paper sandwich bags, because you guys, these, I'm done. I'm done using plastic bags for anything. If I go to the grocery store and I don't have my own bags, then I always ask for paper, because paper is still way better than plastic. So I just want to share. This isn't any kind of rant or if you like, you know, if you use Ziplocs, which I used them my whole life until I started these. It's not bad, but I just want to show you because I think it's a great product. So I use them for sandwiches, for basically anything, and you just put them in there, and then they have this little peel off thing right there, and you can seal them up. And so you don't need the zipper, you don't need any of that. So they are great. Now, for something more, if you want to have a Ziploc for the freezer or for more long-term than just like a daily sandwich, I found these. These are called Stashers, and they are resealable, washable Ziplocs, and they work so good. And so what I do is I use them for sandwiches, for anything that I want to keep in the fridge. You can buy them in all sizes. And then I just put them in the dishwasher just like this, or you can hand wash them and kind of rinse them out and stuff. And you can stick it over something to let it dry out. But you guys, these are wonderful, and they're reusable, and you can use them all you want, and it's a great way to reduce plastic. So this is just a product I'm using right now, and I think you guys, I just wanted to let you know about it because I found it. I bought this one on Amazon, and it works really well. So the next thing, okay, now this is not, just a couple food products that I've been loving and having for lunch. So do you guys like really crunchy things? I like really crunchy things on a salad or with soup or whatever, to give me some like real crunch. Now, if you like really crunchy, and this is an old brand. This brand has been around forever, but I just recently started getting back into using them, and it's all open. But Wassa crackers. And I got back into using them because, you guys, these are Oprah's favorite crackers. And she likes to take out too, and I like to take out too. And you can put either homemade mayonnaise, which I showed you guys how to make the most delicious homemade mayonnaise. And then you can put a couple layers of any kind of protein or vegetarian meat or whatever. I like to put a couple layers of turkey and then some like lettuce and tomato on top, and it makes like a little turkey sandwich, and then I eat it like that. Another way that I really love using these Wassa crackers is to take a light Laughing Cow creamy Swiss wedge, put the wedge on the cracker, and then put smoked salmon on top with even onions and capers if you really want to bump it up and have something delicious. These are so good, and they're very hearty. I like the multi-grain ones because they're just you really have to work to get through them. They're not like a soft buttery cracker. It's like yow, but they're really good. So I really like them. If you guys like Wassas, let me know. They make them in all different flavors and combinations and stuff. But what I've been doing for lunch lately, even at the doll shop, is I'll have 2 of these with what I said, and some soup and maybe a piece of fruit or maybe a salad. And it's just been really good. I've just been making an extra effort to plan my meals, but also make things that I really enjoy and not just that I think I should be eating. And it's been really fun. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've been doing some recipes, which I can't wait to share with you guys, and it's fun. Now, one thing that I did want to share with you, if you guys are vegans, which I think being a vegan is amazing. I don't eat very much dairy anyway, but I do like a little bit of Laughing Cow cheese. I do love a really good cheese and things like that. But for the most part, I've been using this. It is, raise your hand, give me an emoji or whatever, if you have ever used a vegan cream cheese. And when I say a vegan cream cheese, it is made out of almonds. It is made out of almonds, and there's all different brands on the market. We use almond milk here. We don't use dairy milk just because it's just almonds and water, and it's so good, and it's so thick, and it's so yummy. And it's what we do. So it's good. And you can even get a vanilla one if you like a lot of sweetener. But excuse me, this is the chive. This is by Kite Hill, and this is the chive dairy-free cream cheese. So you can use this in cooking. So what I like to do is put it on my Wassa cracker, put some smoked salmon on top, maybe some sliced fresh onions and capers, and man, it is so good. So Kite Hill makes several flavors. None of this is sponsored, by the way. These are just products that I'm currently using this week that not this week, but that I've really been enjoying, that I think that I just recently got reminded about, that I would like you to try if you want. So vegan cream cheese. Now, it's not good on its own. Like regular cream cheese, you could just eat like a block of it and it's so good. Personally, I don't like it on its own, but if you use it in recipes and put it with like on your cracker with some smoked salmon or turkey or vegetables or sprouts or just so many yummy things, then it's really good, and you don't even know that it's not real cream cheese. And it's just made out of almonds. So 2 tablespoons is 60 calories, and it's really good. So try this and let me know what you think. Oh, speaking of, all right, here's how these bags work, because I bagged some of the cookies I made this week. I want to share with you guys the easiest cookies in the whole world that are totally healthy, super amazing, but you have to like banana bread. Do you like banana bread? Let me know if you like banana bread. I really like banana bread, so these are my jam, and they're so easy. But I'm gonna open up, so here's the paper lunch sack. It's gonna be noisy. I'm gonna open it up. Patricia, the vegan cream cheese you can get, I don't know if you guys have King Soopers where you are, but you can get this brand is everywhere. You do not have to go to a health food store to get it. You can even order it on Amazon Prime, grocery delivery. It's at King Soopers. It's at every kind of grocery store. It's just, I am trying to, for my health, reduce the amount of dairy that I am eating because I find that it's causing a little bit of inflammation in me. So by just using the vegan cream cheeses and the almond milk, and basically that's the only cheeses I'm really doing, except that I do a little bit of the Laughing Cow cheese, but not very much. It's been really good. So give vegan products a shot. They're made by plants, so they're always so healthy. I really love a lot of, and Trader Joe's has a lot of really, really, really great vegan sauces and stuff like that. I'm not a vegan, but I use a lot of vegan products and they're so good. So anyway, here's the cookies. So all you need to do is get 2 ripe bananas, 2 super ripe bananas. Now, this is not my recipe. It's all over the internet, but it is so easy. All you do is you take 2 super ripe bananas, mash them all up, add 1.5 cups of oatmeal, mix it all up, and that's all you do. And you bake them for about 10 minutes at 375, I believe. I can put it in the comments. And you have these little banana bread oatmeal cookies. The only thing I added in was some Lily's stevia sweetened chocolate chips. So I use the Lily's brand. They have these great chocolate chips that are sweetened by stevia, which is a natural plant and not sugar. And they're so much healthier for me than chocolate chips. So that's what I mixed into my mom's oatmeal yesterday. And sometimes I eat them just a little handful on their own, and they're so good. So I mixed in a few of those, but that's all you do. So mine have 4 in case you include cinnamon and salt. I add a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of salt because oatmeal always needs a little bit of salt. And that's it. And so you can mix in nuts, you can mix in cranberries, you can mix in you can mix in peanut butter. You can mix in so many different things and make these cookies. And if you're a mom, you guys, kids love them. So good. So just get some bananas today, let them sit on the counter. I like to get them super ripe, like turning black almost. So when you open it up, they're a little bit mushy because the riper they get, the sweeter they are. These have no sweetener, no sugar, no nothing. It's just bananas, oatmeal. So good. Oh, and Lily's chocolate chips. The Lily's chocolate chips you can order, just order. Most things are just so easy to order online these days, so I do that. But I found them at my local Sprouts. You can get them at Whole Foods. Hopefully regular grocery stores will start carrying them soon because I really love sugar and carbs, and I used to really love dairy and all of these things, but what I find is that when I eat a lot of them, the next day I feel almost like it's in a way I feel like I'm hungover even when I've had no alcohol at all, which I don't even drink. If I do, it's a very special occasion. We don't even drink because it makes me feel like crap. And I really want to just get up and feel good and be able to show up in the world and do what I want to do. So I find for me, when I use less dairy, less sugar, and just gravitate towards more of those whole foods, and I do eat grains because I did grain free for like months and I felt really, really, really good, but it was hard for me to do. And it just wasn't sustainable, and I started to feel deprived. And then when I felt really deprived, then I'd go and I'd eat an entire pizza dunked in ranch dressing and eat like 3 pieces of cheesecake. And so I don't do that when I just allow myself the things that I really love and I just eat it and I don't worry about it. And I just try and do the healthiest version. And these healthy things actually taste really good. So try the cookies. I usually have 3 or 4 of them for breakfast or as an afternoon snack, and they're so good. Colleen says, I've done your banana oatmeal cookies before, special flour, delicious. They are, and if you want to make them, you can use also gluten-free oats, and you can make them that way. So the only sugar they have is in the actual bananas, but they are really good for people with diet needs. And here's the thing, if you eat the entire batch, because they are so good fresh out of the oven, if you eat the entire batch, what have you eaten? 2 bananas and a cup of oatmeal. So I like to bake and make things that if I eat the entire batch, which I have never done because they are very filling, it's not a big deal. So it is fun. So if you guys are just tuning in, hello, good morning. It's our Thursday check-in. I shared in the beginning of the video, which you guys can always see my videos on my page. You can also see them on YouTube. Everything that I do on my page gets uploaded to my YouTube channel, and I have different playlists so that you can enjoy and watch on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hi, thank you. And thank you for subscribing. That helps me so much. Eliza, I'm going to say like 8 to 10 minutes in the oven. Watch them. So kind of look at them, because every climate and every oven is different, and it just depends on a couple. Baking's like very delicate, but just kind of watch them. And when they start to look like they're ready, then we can do a longer baking video on these. They also don't flatten themselves. You have to, when you form the cookie, that's the size it's going to be, because there's no baking powder, there's nothing in it to make it rise. So they're great. Make them for your doll clubs, make them for your parents, make them for you, make them for your, I think most guys would like them if you put a lot of chocolate chips in them, but I like the healthy taste. So anyway, so what we're doing this week at the doll shop is going to be really fun. We have a little wrestler doll, an antique wrestler doll that we're going to be working on. She came with that brew in the trunk, and she had lots of different issues. And right now she's got all this glue all over the top of her head, and from somebody that glued down a ugly, not a good wig. And so we're going to remove all of that glue, and I'm going to show you guys the way that we remove that glue, because badly glued down wigs are such a problem. I don't like it when people like glue them down like crazy and then you can't get them up. And I'm just, skin wigs, like kid skin wigs, you can do that, but not just like a normal wig. You don't need to do that. So we're going to get up some of that glue that's all over her head. We're going to also be doing some fun videos tomorrow. We're going to be doing a doll shopping network video, which is where I bring out my highlights from our dollar eBay listings, and I show you guys my favorite picks of the week. We have some incredible items that are so exciting that I'm going to be doing. And that's about that. Tell me what you guys got going on this weekend. I think we might get a little sushi on Saturday. And then also on Saturday, I will be doing the Antique Doll Collector magazine read party for February. So the magazine's over there. I see it on my counter, but it's got that amazing P.D. Smith doll. I wrote a card to Susan Foreman yesterday, congratulating her on such an amazing article, such a interesting topic. Congratulations also to Antique Doll Collector, because it's a fabulous issue. There's other great articles in there, and we're going to have our read party on Saturday. So what happens in our read parties is we read the magazine together, and we talk about our favorite issues and points of interest and things that we really loved. So I am excited about that, and I hope you guys tune in for that. Now, I'm going to pop over to the antique store, the antique doll shop. So that's where you're going to see me next. But before I leave, we have something very important to do, which is how I like to end our weekly check-in videos, because it's really important to maintain our positivity and our positive self-talk. So when I give you guys affirmations, or even if I'm saying an affirmation to myself, sometimes when you need the affirmation the most is when you might necessarily that week or during that time believe it the least, and you're struggling. And so you can be your own best friend to bring yourself up out of that. And positive affirmations are such a great way to do that. So even if you're having a hard time believing it at the time and what you're saying, say it again and say it again and put it in a mirror or write it down. And positive affirmations can really kind of just change your entire mindset. So I have always led with you guys with positive affirmations and positive self-talk. And I think it's just really important, because if we're not feeling good about ourselves and what's going on, because there's always hard stuff that happens in our lives, whether it's, there's just so many things that can kind of stop you and make you just have a hard time moving forward. It happens to me a lot. I am a very sensitive person, and so even when other people are suffering or there is something happening or whatever, even if it's not directly affecting me as an empath, it's really hard. And sometimes when that stuff happens, you can start to just feel bad about yourself too. So I try to give you guys affirmations so that you can feel better. And I am doing it. I am doing the work on these affirmations right along with you. So they're as much for me as they are for you. So Marcy said, I'm leaving at 1 p.m. to drive to Florence to pick up my grand dog, Lexi, a comfort golden retriever. Oh, that's wonderful. And so you guys are, I just love all of your plans and all the things that you're going to do for the weekend. If you don't have big plans, good for you, because sometimes my biggest plans are not doing anything and just staying home and reading a book and just having some peace and enjoying myself and my life and my home and just having that time. So if you're not out doing stuff all the time, that's okay. You never have to do anything as long as you're just enjoying your time. And that can be with the simplest, littlest things. I swear, I get the most enjoyment out of just the simplest things, which can be feeding Murray or seeing the bulldogs cuddle and just knowing that they're happy and safe. If I could, because Derek has a dog too, a rescue dog. So in our house, we have 4 dogs. If I could, I would have more, but my inn is full. My inn is full, but if I could, I would have more. But I feel like with the 4 that we have rescued, and we're doing such a great job with them, that I am doing my part and try to take such good care of them. And they're just such happy little rhinoceros. They're like little baby rhinos. It's kind of like some days having a stockyard here. They are so much fun. Anyway, I don't know how I got on that tangent, but because I was talking about just little things that bring me comfort and peace. And so seeing my dogs happy, seeing my mom happy is a really big one. And that's why I do little things like make her oatmeal extra special and things like that. So when you do stuff for others, it really does help fill your cup, especially people that you really love and care about. So, just even sending a little note in the mail. You guys do this to me all the time, and it is so special and so wonderful. And yesterday I responded to the Valentines you guys sent me, and I sent a letter back to you. And I will never take that for granted. It means so much to me when you guys take time out of your day. It is so comforting to me. So speaking of comfort, let's talk about our affirmations. So the first affirmation that I have today is one that is very important for us to remember, no matter everything that could happen, that has happened, that might happen, that could be going on. If things are good, if things are, a little bit hard right now, it's important to stay grateful to be alive. And here's your affirmation. Say it out loud. But what I really love, because I know you're saying it, is when you write it in the comments. So here it is. I am grateful for another day to shine. I am grateful for another day to shine. You guys are always shining. I am always seeing you do and post some incredible things. You guys are so incredibly special. I love to see you shine. And so when you wake up in the morning, be grateful for the day and say, I am grateful for another day to shine. Yes. Colleen, Christine, you girls, go, go, go. I see you shining. I am so grateful. Yes, Kimberly, I am grateful for another day to shine. Look who's shining right here. This girl's shining. She's been shining since 1865, and she's still shining. If I'm off on my date, somebody let me know. People are always referring to me as an expert, and the thing is, I try really hard and I do a lot of research, but I work with experts. I've never touted myself as one. So luckily, I have a lot of experts that I'm friends with that are willing to help me. But I think she's just wonderful. I am grateful for another day to shine. Shining since this morning, shining since the 1800s. We're just shining. Okay. So the next one, really, really, really important to remember. This one gets to me sometimes because I sometimes feel like I have to be doing or saying or knowing or creating or sometimes if I get a reaction from somebody and they're saying they don't like what I'm doing or whatever it is, just all the things that can happen, I am doing my best. This is your next affirmation. I am doing my best. And if your best doesn't agree with somebody else, that's not about you. It is always about them. And you are doing your best. Yes, you guys. Yep. I'm doing my best. Murray's doing his best. My mom's doing her best. She's doing her best. You're doing your best. I am doing my best. Yes, you are. You guys are doing great. You're doing your best. I have to remind myself a lot. I get up in the morning, you get, distractions, you get all kinds of things. I didn't do this or I didn't do that or this came out the wrong way or this person or that, all the things. And I have to remind myself, Rachel, you're doing your best. So you guys, remind yourselves of that too, especially when you're having a hard thing, because you did your best with the information you had, the situation you were in, what you could do at the time. You did your best. So I am doing my best. Good job, guys. Okay, the last one that I really like, because we all have moments and things where the odds are stacked against us, where we don't necessarily have this or that or the money to do a certain thing or the space that other people have, or maybe you're trying to raise a family in a tiny apartment and just all the different things that can happen or that are happening where don't look at other people and what they're doing. Think about what you're doing, and here's what you say. I can make things work. I can make things work. You can make it work. Whatever you want to do, whatever your plan is, whatever your dream is, you can make it work. Now, maybe your version of whatever it is that you want to do or to achieve or have doesn't look like it might have looked 5 years ago or 10 years ago or like somebody else's or the next door neighbors or a friend at Doll Club, but you can make your best version work. So that's our last affirmation of the day. Think about the situation you're in and the thing that's kind of bugging you right now or whatever it is. Even if you don't have anything that's bugging you and things are great, it's important to remind yourself that I can make it work. So if you are bedridden, there are still ways that you can exercise. If you have limitations somewhere, there is a way to make it work. Always there's a way to make it work. So say that to yourself, say it out loud, say it in the comments. I'm just going to review our 3 affirmations, and they say, I am grateful for another day to shine. I am doing my best. I can make things work. You guys can make it work. And if you have some tips and tricks of whatever you've been doing lately that have been helping you make it work, just like I share my banana bread cookies so that I didn't have to waste 2 overly ripe bananas, I made that work. I don't want to throw away Ziplocs anymore, so now I have paper Ziplocs that we recycle. I made it work. I'm making it work. I am making it work, So you guys can do it and you can make it work too. So the next time you see me, I'll be at the doll shop. We're going to be doing lots more fun doll stuff for you. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for watching, for subscribing, for liking my videos, for commenting. All of that stuff is that's what you do to support me. My platform is on social media. I am a content creator. So when you guys engage with me and you give back what I am giving out, it means everything to me. It means the world to me. It's how I operate. So when you operate with me, you're churning the wheels for me. So you guys are absolutely the best. And with gratitude, I would like to thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you a little bit later today. Remember those affirmations. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.